Hello everyone, Quinnell here with another Monster Hunter Wilds video, this time discussing skills. Last time we went over the smithy and kind of went over the basics in regards to it, and with skills being a little bit more complex, I thought to make a video on this as well, just kind of going over the basics, how things work, and everything you'll need to at the very least understand the very basics of skills. So, skills are the cornerstone of build making in Monster Hunter. It's how you'll be able to adjust the game and be able to play the way that you want to. Do you want to be able to paralyze more? There'll be skills to help you do that. Are you sick of getting paralyzed and you want defenses against it? There's skills to be able to do that. Do you just want more attack or more defense? Skills will be able to help you do that. In regards to skills, they come from a handful of different places. Mainly, you'll see them in weapons, armor, talismans, decorations, and food. Within those, you'll find equipment skills, set bonus skills, group skills, and food skills. Luckily, all of these can generally be found in a single place. So in this case, if we go over to our equipment info, and if I look at an armor set I have equipped, which is the Guardian Ebony set, or part of it at the very least, you can see, if I click skill info, everything that is associated with it. So all three types of skills are all available on this one piece of gear. So first is Burst. Burst is an equipment skill. You can see listed on the right side here, I have one level of 5 of Burst. At least that's what this piece of gear offers. Equipment skills are generally received from individual pieces of gear, and regardless of where they come from, as long as you have X number of the number of burst skills, in this case, you'll be able to level this up. So the Guardian Ebony Helm gives one level of the equipment skill Burst, and that makes it so it has the effect on first hit, gain a small temporary attack and element boost, replaced by a larger boost after the 5th hit. Doesn't matter where you collect equipment skills from, as long as I have 5 sources of it from wherever, I'm able to level up the burst ability. That's as basic as it gets in terms of skills. You don't really have to worry about its source. As long as it has the skill associated with it, then you're good to go. The slightly, I guess, not complicated, but more restrictive version of that are set bonus skills. So set bonus skills, in this case, is the Ebony Odogaron's power, does require 4 pieces from the Ebony Odogaron power set. And in this case, it extends the duration of the burst skill and grants attack +3 while burst is active. So where do set pieces come from? Well, they generally come from the same monster. So in this case, see how I have equipped. I have an Ebony Helm, Ebony Mail, Ebony Braces, and Ebony Coil. These are all items from the Ebony Odogaron power set, and as long as I have 4 of them equipped, then I'm able to gain the bonus associated with this. So as long as you kill a monster and equip their line, then you'll generally be able to offer set bonuses. I'll head over to the smithy in a second and I'll show some other examples of that, but this is the simple way of describing it at the very least right here. And lastly, we have, in this case, Guardian's Pulse, which is a group skill. Group skills you can see as more as family skills, potentially, where it requires you to equip things of a certain family or a certain group to be able to get those benefits. So anything that is a Guardian, in this case, as long as I'm equipped with a Guardian piece of gear, then I'll be able to benefit from the Guardian's Pulse. So the Guardian Ebony Helm is one piece, the Guardian Ebony Mail is another piece, the Guardian Ebony Braces is another piece. So as long as I have those equipped, then I'll be able to benefit from Wilk Burst, which in this case grants increased recovery of stamina and red gauge when I'm near Wilk crystals. I can head over to Gemma and the smithy now just to show different examples of this. So if we forge armor and upgrades, and I go to equipment skills and click Ebony Odogaron's power. It'll show every source that's available to me. So in low rank, the Guardian Ebony set all have access to the Ebony Odogaron power set bonus. And if I go to high rank, you can see that the high rank version of this armor still has those set bonus associated with them. So from all these pieces of gear, as long as I have these equipped, then I know that I'm going to be able to benefit from that set bonus. While instead, if I'm looking for the Guardian's Pulse, if I instead go to equipment skills and while sorting by criteria and look for Guardian's Pulse, so in low rank, all of these Guardian monsters are the ones that will have that group skill associated with them. That's why I describe them more as like a family. As long as they all work within the same family, then you know that you're going to be able to benefit from that skill. There's a bunch of different group skills available. You just have to look through different pieces of gear, and as long as you sort by criteria in regards to what you're looking for, it'll highlight everything that's available that has that skill with it. Pretty straightforward at the very least. Once you're able to know what you're looking for and you know that you're taking advantage of the sorting by criteria, then you know that you're going to be able to find whatever skills that you want. So that's equipment skills, set bonus skills, and group skills. We'll go over food skills in a second, but I want to, before doing that, show you talismans.
What are we making today?
So talismans are a way of kind of filling in the blanks. All of these are equipment skills. So for example, Blessing's Charm, which gives Divine Blessing. Divine Blessing is generally seen in the early equipment. So like the Hope set that we start off with has access to Divine Blessing. A talisman will allow you to gain skills basically for free. You don't need to have a specific set equipped or anything like that. As long as you have a talisman and you're able to upgrade these pieces of gear. So in this case, I have Divine Blessing 1 coming from the Divine Charm, or sorry, the Blessing Charm. So if we go to the sub menu and click Skill Info, you can see that it offers level 1 Divine Blessing. So if I wanted to go to the upgrade list and upgrade this to level 2, you can now see that we have Blessing Charm 2 associated with it. In this case, it'd be level 3 if I did, and having that is kind of a way to fill in the blank. So if I really want the Divine Blessing skill, but my armor slots are full, then being able to equip talismans, which kind of give you a little boost to specific skills, is a great way to do so. Now, in terms of decorations. Decorations are similar to talismans, except they go on your gear specifically. So if we look at my Hope Lance 4, you can see these little slots are decoration slots. Whenever you're crafting gear in the armory, like we said in the armory video, you can see which skills have decoration slots associated with them. Once you get to high rank, and I think late in low rank, you'll see decoration slots become more and more prevalent. So if I, like you saw, if I was in my menu, you don't even have to be speaking to Gemma. If I go to my equipment info, you can see that all my gear is here. If I click on one of these slots, I can apply a skill to it. No, I do have to be at Gemma to do so. You can take a look there, but to apply them, you do need to be at Gemma. You click on that, and you can see all the decorations that you have access to. So in this case, let's say I keep fighting monsters, and no matter what I do, I can't find Mind's Eye in any gear that I'm finding, and I really want it on my lance. So I'm able to click the Mind's Eye jewel and put it straight onto my weapon. Now whenever I'm fighting monsters that are giving me trouble, I know that Mind's Eye is now always active wherever I go. Let's say I also want to deal a bit more damage, so I can take the attack jewel and throw that on there as well. Awesome. So now I have bonuses that I can mix and match whenever I'd like. So let's say I'm getting my butt whooped and I don't really need that attack, and instead I'm sick of my weapons losing sharpness too quickly. I'll instead replace it with the sharp jewel. All of these are interchangeable, and it's a great way of integrating different skills that you want into your different pieces of gear. All of these count as equipment skills, so I don't believe you'll be able to attach set bonuses or group skills. These will all be equipment skills. So whenever we were saying before where it can come from one of any source, this is one of the main sources for you to be able to level those skills up on. And where do you get decorations? So decorations come from two different locations. Number one, you can get them whenever you hunt monsters. Or number two, if you're in Suja, that's the location we're in right now, you have to head over to the Melding Pot. So using the Melding Pot, right now I have access to Mystery and Glowing Orbs. There are higher level orbs once you reach HR 100. And further in, you'll be able to create specific decorations. These mystery orbs are completely random. So you're able to recycle previously used points to be able previously used decorations that you're not really interested in. And from there, you'll be able to, let's say I want to sacrifice one handicraft jewel. I want to sacrifice one razor sharp. I want to sacrifice one antidote and one pep jewel. So that melding those together will give me the required points to give me a random skill. In this case, it gave me Precise Jewel 1, which is a ballistics skill. So if you're wanting to kind of gamble your equipment away, or ones that you're not really interested in using, or better yet, you've reached the max skill level on them already and you don't need any additional jewels, then you're able to gamble them over at Wyverian Melding and get any decoration that you hopefully want, either by chance or in the future you'll be able to select them manually, but they cost a lot more. So other than that, the last form of skills will be from food. So if we head into our tent and we go over to cooking, and we can grill a meal. Instead of clicking the recommended meal, if you do so, you'll just gain a bunch of random things, and you have no real choice to be able to do these. While instead, if you go to a custom meal, let's say we want attack damage, so we choose meat. We go to additional ingredients. This is where food skills start to play effect. So if you see at the bottom middle, if I use kunafa cheese, you'll get defender meal low, which sometimes decreases damage taken. If I use drool shroom, instead I'll get black belt meal low. If I took the deli shroom, I'll get the black belt meal high. So being able to mix and match these ingredients will give you different skills, which some of them are really powerful. So example, Moxie meal. I have one specialty sealed garlic, but it prevents me from fainting one time and it heals me up if I happen to do so. So all of these different skills are pretty darn important in regards to kind of mixing and matching what you need whenever you're going into a hunt. So let's say I pick the kunafa cheese, and as a finishing touch, I also really want to gather more materials. Whenever I'm done hunting, I like to go gather from different bone spots and ore spots and gathering items, so I'll pick this truffle dukonga. And if I start cooking, I love the animations. Depending on what ingredients you pick, it will be a slightly different animation, and at the end of it, you'll see the different skills that we got. So the food skills we got were Defender Meal Low, Gatherer Meal, Iron Carver, and Escape Artist. And these are now all perfectly in effect. And this lasts for 50 minutes, and these skills are ones that are added with only food. Other than those locations, that's pretty much the basics of it. As long as you take a look at your different gear, you can see to fill in the gap with equipment skills. If you really like set bonuses that are offered with you, then you can get them from set bonuses. If you like different family skills that you get from different groups, you pick up group skills. And if you want specific buffs from food, you have a different meal with the different ingredients, and you pick what you want. So that's the basics of it. If I missed anything in regards to skills, let me know, and I'll try and make an addendum or let people know in the comments down below if there's anything that you think would be useful to know also. Regardless, thanks for watching. If it's useful for you, please like, comment, subscribe, as it helps a lot. Thanks again, and have yourselves a great one. Bye-bye now.